John Davison Rockefeller was born in 1839 in Richford, New York. His childhood was a study in contrasts. His father was a traveling salesman, often absent from home. His mother was a devout Baptist who instilled in him strong morals and a commitment to hard work. Rockefeller's early life was marked by both financial instability and strong family values. He was a serious and disciplined child, known for his meticulous bookkeeping and entrepreneurial spirit. From a young age, he displayed a natural talent for business, buying candy in bulk and selling it piecemeal to his siblings for a small profit. At the age of 16, Rockefeller's family settled in Cleveland, Ohio. He took a job as an assistant bookkeeper at a produce commission firm. This experience proved invaluable, teaching him the intricacies of accounting, finance, and commodity trading. During this period, Cleveland was experiencing rapid growth, fueled by its strategic location on the shores of Lake Erie. Rockefeller, with his keen eye for opportunity, recognized the city's potential as a burgeoning industrial hub. He was particularly drawn to the emerging oil industry, which was rapidly transforming the American economy. In 1859, the world changed with the drilling of the first commercial oil well in Titusville, Pennsylvania. The discovery sparked an oil rush, drawing entrepreneurs and fortune seekers to the region. Rockefeller, ever the astute observer, saw not just the potential of oil itself, but the lucrative possibilities in refining the crude product into usable kerosene. At the time, kerosene was in high demand, replacing whale oil as the primary source of illumination. With a $1,000 loan from his father and a strong belief in his own abilities, Rockefeller, at the age of 24, made his first foray into the oil business. He partnered with Maurice B. Clark and Samuel Andrews to establish a small oil refinery in Cleveland. Their refinery, while modest in scale, benefited from Rockefeller's keen business acumen. He focused on efficiency, cutting costs, and maximizing profits. He understood that controlling the refining process was key to controlling the oil market. The oil boom was in full swing, and competition in the refining sector was fierce. Rockefeller, however, was not deterred. He possessed a unique combination of ambition, business acumen, and ruthlessness that would become his hallmark. He believed in vertical integration, aiming to control every aspect of the oil industry, from the extraction of crude oil to the distribution and sale of refined products. To secure a steady supply of crude oil, Rockefeller made strategic alliances with railroad companies. These partnerships granted him preferential shipping rates, giving him a significant advantage over his competitors. Lower transportation costs allowed him to sell his refined oil at lower prices, gradually driving smaller refineries out of business. Rockefeller's tactics, while aggressive, were legal at the time. He exploited the lack of regulations in the nascent oil industry to his advantage, consolidating his power and expanding his empire. Section 4, the rise of Standard Oil, a force to be reckoned with. In 1870, Rockefeller took a bold step that would change the course of American industry. He consolidated his various oil interests under a single entity, Standard Oil. The company, headquartered in Cleveland, quickly became the dominant force in the oil industry. Rockefeller's ambition knew no bounds. He sought nothing less than total control of the oil market, a goal he pursued with unwavering determination. Standard Oil's rise was meteoric. Rockefeller employed a variety of tactics to eliminate competition. He used predatory pricing, undercutting competitors until they were forced out of business. He negotiated secret deals with railroads, securing lower shipping rates that made it impossible for rivals to compete. He also used his growing wealth and influence to buy out smaller refineries, absorbing them into the Standard Oil empire. Section 5, dominating the market strategies and tactics of Standard Oil. Rockefeller's business practices, while undeniably effective, were also highly controversial. Critics accused him of engaging in unethical and monopolistic practices. They argued that he was stifling competition, exploiting consumers, and wielding undue influence over the American economy. Rockefeller, however, remained unfazed by the criticism. He saw himself as a captain of industry, a visionary entrepreneur who was simply playing the game by the rules of the time. One of Rockefeller's most effective strategies was horizontal integration. This involved acquiring or merging with competing companies at the same level of the supply chain. By controlling a larger share of the refining capacity, Standard Oil could dictate prices and control the flow of oil to market. This strategy, while legal at the time, would later be challenged as anti-competitive. Section 6. The Trust Titan, Rockefeller's controversial masterstroke. In 1882, Rockefeller introduced a new legal entity, the Trust. He transferred the stock of Standard Oil's various subsidiaries to a board of 9 trustees with himself as the chairman. This move effectively centralized control of the company, giving Rockefeller unprecedented power over the oil industry. The Standard Oil Trust was a legal innovation that allowed Rockefeller to circumvent existing laws against monopolies. The trust structure allowed Standard Oil to operate as a virtual monopoly, controlling nearly 90% of the oil refining capacity in the United States. This dominance gave the company immense power over the market. It could dictate prices, control supply, and crush any competition that dared to challenge its supremacy. The Standard Oil Trust became a symbol of corporate power and a lightning rod for public criticism. Section 7. Legal battles and public outcry, the backlash against Standard Oil. The public, alarmed by the growing power of Standard Oil, began to demand government intervention. Journalists and muckrakers exposed the company's ruthless business practices, fueling public outrage. Politicians, feeling the pressure from their constituents, began to call for antitrust legislation to curb the power of monopolies like Standard Oil. In 1890, in response to growing public concern over the power of large corporations, Congress passed the Sherman Antitrust Act. This landmark legislation outlawed any contract combination in the form of trust or otherwise, or conspiracy in restraint of trade or commerce. The Sherman Act was initially used to target labor unions, but it would soon be used to challenge the dominance of Standard Oil.